Howdy and hello everyone, and this would be a rumor report vid, but everyone has already started talking about this and it's nowhere near a rumor, so instead I'm just going to give my thoughts on the Amtrak San Joaquins being officially renamed to Gold Runner. First up, however, a bit of background. In the state of California, there are 3 state-supported Amtrak services. Basically, Amtrak provides the staff, some of the equipment, and some of the funds, and the state provides most of the funding in most cases, most of the equipment, and usually slaps their logo on all the service's equipment. The 3 state-supported routes in California are Pacific Surfliner in the south, Capital Corridor in the north, and San Joaquins connecting the two. Kinda. San Joaquins operates various bus connections throughout California. The other 2 do as well, but San Joaquins is the most major, as they are the ones that provide the link between Los Angeles and Bakersfield, which gives travelers an alternative to taking the Coast Starlight train from SoCal to NorCal. The San Joaquins is a combination of several routes operated by various railroads pre-1970s, and Amtrak took up the service in 1971, with the state providing the support soon thereafter. In 2012, the SJJPA took over operational control of the San Joaquins, with it now no longer being in the hands of Caltrans, the California Department of Transportation, past providing equipment, which was shared with Capital Corridor. The SJJPA also has control over Altamont Corridor Express, or ACE, the commuter rail that currently travels from Stockton to San Jose. The SJJPA has been integrating these services together over the years, and now it's at the point where San Joaquin's equipment is found in ACE's maintenance facility, and ACE SC44 Chargers will be seen leading San Joaquin's venture cab car test trains. Granted, in the weirdest configuration. Now we come to mid-2025, where rumors started popping up that the SJJPA was renaming the San Joaquins in 2026. The name? Well, it would have to be something that reflected the SJJPA's vision for San Joaquins. It would have to be something that reflected the historic and agricultural powerhouse of a valley the route ran through. It would have to be a memorable name, one that you could make out from a distance and would have to put train after in Google search to make sure that you didn't get something entirely different. And the name they chose was Gold Runner. Guys, I think I found my new state punching bag. Alright, so let's take a look at it. Does this name reflect the San Joaquin Valley? Kinda. The service has a round trip going to Sacramento, which is the place with all the cool gold history, but the thing with Sacramento is that's Capital Corridor city to represent. It literally serves it more often than San Joaquins, and why do you think it's called Capital Corridor? Because Sacramento is the state capital. Last I checked, Stockton, California wasn't where all the new settlers were heading and shouting Eureka, finding tons of gold. Unless that gold was a homeless tent beneath a bridge, but that's a story for another time. In terms of a unique and memorable name, well, the fact that I had to put train or Amtrak next to the name to get the proper Google search results prove it's not unique and memorable. Well, I only remember it because I think of how underwhelming of a rename it is. The whole part of this name that I don't like is the runner part. The gold is fine, but Gold Runner just sounds cheesy, especially when put next to Capital Corridor and Surfliner. In my opinion, they should have gone with Gold Liner, which matches with Surfliner, the service it directly connects with, keeps the gold part of the name, which reflects California's history, and the liner part is a historically recognizable term in American rail history. SJJPA, I just made a better name in the span of about an afternoon of pondering on this topic. Now, just why did the SJJPA rename San Joaquins in the first place? Well, it mainly has to do with the SJJPA's growing control over the service. Apparently, the SJJPA is trying to fully get this service under their control, even without Amtrak providing staff, only just with them and Caltrans providing equipment. That's not confirmed though, only something that I've heard. But regardless, the SJJPA is planning on expanding this and ACE heavily in the future, with new stations and more trains, mainly to give California high-speed rail a strong connection when that service begins in hopefully 2032, as long as Shafter doesn't screw them, or should I say, shaft them. Stupid pun aside, I do really like the SJJPA's plans for the service, and I really hope they do what they plan on doing. Well, minus one thing. I've heard, again, not confirmed, that upon California high-speed rail's operation, whether that be Madera or Merced, depends on if they feel like they know how to find $9 billion, the SJJPA will be cutting off Gold Runner service at California high-speed rail's Northern Central Valley terminus. I really hope this turns out to be not true, as Gold Runner serves many communities California high-speed rail won't and provides an alternative. While yes, Gold Runner will be significantly slower, the connectivity is the point here. California high-speed rail will serve Bakersfield, Hanford, Fresno, Madera, and if they decide to not go to Gilroy right away, then Merced. Gold Runner, in the vicinity of California high-speed rail's initial operating segment, serves Merced, Madera, Fresno, Hanford, Corcoran, Wasco, and Bakersfield. While yes, these two share many stations along their routes, I feel the SJJPA should at least wait a few years to see if Gold Runner ridership takes a decline upon California high-speed rail start, as Gold Runner will provide not only the serving of Wasco and Corcoran, but will also provide what will most likely be a cheaper and backup alternative in case the high-speed rail goes under some maintenance or some kind of operational issue. Essentially, Gold Runner needs to keep its same routing, and if anything, it should expand to more towns such as Shafter near Bakersfield. With all that out of the way, the SJJPA will be holding an unveiling event on November 14th for Gold Runner at the Ace Maintenance Facility in Stockton, and after that, the San Joaquins name will officially begin to fade into history, just like the San Diegan did with Surfliner 25 years ago. So, with all that being said, that will be it for this short little thoughts video. I probably missed out on a few points of info, but I feel like I should at least cover it for a second time, now that it's officially confirmed. I like everything the SJJPA has planned, I just wish they chose a more thought out name. That's essentially the gist of this video. But, like always, I was 5008 Creations, you were the viewer, and I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.